Hey, what's up, guys? So, Nate Diaz, who's fighting Leon Edwards at UFC 263 this weekend, reacted to Francis Ngannou's tweet where he said, "It's crazy to think that Logan Paul, 0-1, just made $20 million on a boxing expedition. What are we doing wrong?" And this is what Nate Diaz had to say.
Francis Ngannou put out, "What are we doing wrong?" What was your reaction when
What
you?
is he doing wrong? What is Francis Ngannou doing wrong? I've been doing more right than all these motherfuckers for years and years. They should have been spending all that. I need money a long time ago, like I was. I was never no champion, and I was saying, "Fuck you, drop me. Let me get some fucking money cracking." And what happened? The stock just raised anyway, and nobody was jumping on. And now they're like, "What are we doing wrong?" I'm like, "You should have listened to your daddy years ago, motherfuckers. All of you, the whole roster. Everybody's rookies though, so it's like that's you guys' only problem. You guys ain't getting no bag because of how bad you've been slacking and what you should be doing, and it's just it's in a changing process. But I think I was ahead of the changes on all these motherfuckers.
You've been fighting for what, 17 years professionally? I think 14 years, if I'm not mistaken, in the UFC.
Nate Diaz is a fighter who has a huge following. He's a celebrity MMA fighter, if you could describe him. He's like a Conor McGregor. He does cool things like he smokes and he's very laid back and he's got a granite chin and he refuses to go down and he fights good. He's a fun fighter to watch. And a Jake Paul and a Logan Paul are people with huge followings, and they have this journey of boxing and proving people wrong, and in particular, a niche in taking these fighters in strange circumstances, like a Ben Askren who can't really strike, a Tyron Woodley who's kind of out of their prime, a Floyd Mayweather who's kind of old, and seeing what an average Joe, which they kind of look like, but obviously they're putting in the work to train, to see how they would fare. And they're in a spot where they can generate some money because of their following. Nate Diaz has a huge following. It's not that much different than a Jake Paul or a Logan Paul. It's not quite as big as theirs, but Nate Diaz has a huge fan base. Francis Ngannou does not really have a huge fan base, but he has a lot of fans. They're not die-hard fans, though, like Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor. So it doesn't translate over to pay-per-view buys, I would think. I don't know. But when Francis Ngannou versus Nate Diaz fights on a card, I'm thinking the Nate Diaz card is going to sell a lot more than the Francis Ngannou one. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you guys think.